All right, welcome. I've got a couple things. So a brand new machine right here, the Ashun sound machine, as well as over here I've got my usual MicroFREAK. A couple interesting things about each of them. Now, this video, that I'm sure there's tons of videos on all the cool sounds of both of these things, and watching a bunch is why I got this, and I have heard only good things about these Hydrasynths. Both of these are kind of entry level. This one, brand new, is about 600, probably 500 and something. This one is about 900 for it. But what I want to focus on are a couple things that I don't like. And again, this is my first time patching it up. And so maybe there is a workaround for some of these things, or a way to fix them. I don't know. So first of all, this one costs more. So it should have more stuff. But right away, oh, and people might be thinking, why do I have modular set up in the background? I have it kind of going into modular. I could have it going direct, but I wanted to do some cool stuff. For example, I've got that going through the Aurora there. It sounds so much cooler, but maybe to start, what I'll do is I'll turn off so that, like, here it is. The MicroFREAK is amazing on its own, but I love, like, there's that, or there's this. You don't even notice until it's gone. I don't know. Cool both ways. I love a little spectral reverb in there. Now, that could be another thing. I'm kind of comparing these. And I've got this one going through the Nautilus and this one going through the Aurora. But I've done a whole bunch of tests just off camera, and maybe I'll prove it in a minute. One thing that I don't know for sure, but I tried it the other way. I have got, I think for this one, I've got the MicroFREAK coming into the mutable instrument ears. I don't know if the mutable instrument ears has a left and right signal. It may only be mono. I don't know. The Pico input definitely does. It says the top one is stereo. So let me get some of this coming in. I've got the cutoff way down. I'm just gonna get an ARP going. Maybe I'll get a high note in there too. Okay. It should be in time with that bass drum, because that's one of the first things I want to talk about. See, that sounds good, but listen to this. Yeah, like, it's so good. Right now I've got just a little ARP going here. I've got the clock coming out, going into Pam's. Pam's is making the kind of shimmery delay in time. I've also got the MicroFREAK going into the Aurora, but the clock is also coming into the MicroFREAK. So this is all in time, which is super cool. The one thing I was saying I don't like about the Hydrasynth is that, there we go. The one thing I was saying I don't like is it only has a control voltage clock out. So I was thinking I wanted to control my whole thing with Pamela's Pro Workout, but there's no clock-in control voltage for the Hydrasynth. You can do it by MIDI, so what I could possibly do is have the clock come into the MicroFREAK and then MIDI connect the two, or you can have it come in by USB. So, I don't know. That's one little thing right away I noticed that I don't like. Other than that, let me, I'm gonna quiet this. I'm gonna quiet, I was showing, so I do have it running through my modular system, just to give, maybe if I can turn off this for a second. Turn off my bass drum for a second. Here is MicroFREAK. But I love MicroFREAK with a little bit of Aurora in it. Some spectral freeze right there with the MicroFREAK. And what I've got going on over here, if I pull that one out for a second, that is partially this, but partially also the delay from the Nautilus. If I go full delay from the Nautilus, that's what we're hearing there. Let me just... There we go. That's what we're hearing there, is the full delay, but it's got a little mix in here. That's what we're hearing from the Hydrasynth. So, I know that there's a delay and a reverb on here. I haven't fully figured out all the system controls. Before I was having a little bit of camera issues, I was saying, this is my first setup of both of these. So that was one of my first things I noticed, was there is no control voltage clock in. So to connect all this stuff, I gotta think about it a little bit to route it into the MicroFREAK to get it into the Hydrasynth. Now, it may not be like that on one of the main ones. This one is the Explorer, so this one's more the entry-level one. Maybe that's one of the things on here. The one thing though, this one feels like it's got such a punch to it. I don't know, I've tried a few of them. I don't know, I can't get the same punch out of the MicroFREAK. One other thing. Now, I didn't notice this at all as a problem until I hooked up the Hydrasynth. You won't notice it either until I take out the MicroFREAK. Listen to the room change. There is that slight hum, and I can't get rid of it. So it is just the sound of this. Now, I know people might be thinking, okay, you've got that into the Mutable Instruments ears versus the Pico input. Maybe it's the ears. I've tried that. I can amp that up. I tried switching them. It's still on the MicroFREAK. I tried turning this down and turning it up at the stereo out, still on the MicroFREAK. So there is that slight, and you can't even notice it. It just sounds like the room until it's gone, and then it's perfectly silent. If I open up this, oops, I opened up the bass drum. If I open up this, it's still perfectly silent. And Now that's quite quiet. Let's even turn this up. Oh, hang on. That was the wrong one. Over here. Okay, I'm getting a similar level on my mixer here. Perfectly silent. Versus and it's every setting. That sounds kind of cool. Get the bass drum back in. Anyway, that's my point there, is that there is a slight noise to the MicroFREAK that the Hydrasynth doesn't have. Now, I have one huge annoyance with the Hydrasynth that I don't have with this, but I'm hoping that I can fix it. Now, I got to turn it off to show this, and I don't know if my microphone will be able to pick it up. But let me unplug some of these as well. Oh, I'm going to unplug the power even. That should not happen. Now, in Hydrasynth's defense, or ASM's defense, I did purchase from Mog Audio an open box special. Now, the open box special said that it should be in fully perfect working condition. What worries me is that that is a screw, and if it lands on, I don't know, an electrical bit, it could short circuit it. So, what I think I want to do is take apart the back, but look at how many screws there are. If I just guess and hope that it's only the outside ones, oh boy. Like, how is the keyboard connected? That's still gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws. I don't know if it's worth it to see if I can remove that one loose screw that's in the inside, or bolt, or what could it be? Could it be one of these feet? I don't know. And what I'm hoping is that you wouldn't have to take off the feet. That's my wonder. Now, it says in the open box special from Mog Audio that all sales are final. And if I wanted to, I could take things up with ASM. I don't know. So, anyways, what I think I'm going to do is, I don't have much room here, but I might try taking off the back and seeing if I can get that screw out, not messing with anything else, and putting it back together. I looked in the manual, and there is not anything about void warranty if you open it up, or at least that I could find. So here we go. Let's see what we can do. connection stuff that I do not want to mess up. So, if I can get that piece to come out. Where are you? There we go. It is. So somewhere in the inside, this screw has fallen out. Tiny little screw. I don't think I'm going to be able to find where. Moreover, I don't know if I can angle this. There is a whole bunch of connection stuff connecting the top to the bottom, which I don't want to mess with and kind of pull apart. So I think I'm just going to put this back together. Make sure we're all working. But that doesn't seem good, does it? Is that worth saving? So I saved about $90 by getting this open box one. And let's just plug this back in and make sure I haven't messed the whole thing up. Sits back nice. Get some power in here. We will get our left and right coming out. I don't remember which was left and which was right, but that'll be good enough for testing. And then somewhere in here was our clock. Clock out, no clock in. Oh, did I unplug this or did I turn it off? Turned it off. Okay. Kind of running out of room here on the table, but turned on. That's super good. Another weird thing is I don't know how I can make it not start on the first one. Oh, I think that means it's using the plug. Now I'm worried about what every little light means on here. Oh, it made a noise. Where's my headphones? It's working, which is amazing. And if I were to shake it, hopefully there is no other screws in there. Oh, I didn't even check that. What if there were two? What if there were two? No. Now it is completely silent. See, I don't know. I don't know who you would blame for that. Would you blame ASM? Is that a quality control thing? Or would you blame Moog Audio? I think it's Moog Audio. Now this thing's fantastic. Latch that. Every so often I hear a... Let me try something else. Hang on. Hopefully it's not in that... Could it be in that buffer? Beyond Bob. Anyway, we'll have to play more. But I think we fixed the terrible sounds from the Hydrasynth. Now if you have ideas, let me know how to fix that little machine noise of the MicroFREAK. Anyways, there it is. Thanks for watching.